Hello and welcome to Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashemi and we'll be taking you around the world of sports with a lot of interesting stories that are making the sporting world, sporting world to go smiling and happy. That is what we're not crazy right now, but the sporting world is actually happy and smiling because a lot of events is going, most especially the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia. But before we get there, let's start from the home scene. Now this concerns the Dtigress, women all over the news when it comes to sport, and that is what we want. We want the women also to have their own full representation. Now this concerns the Dtigress. Let's not forget that we are the defending champions. Now, one star player, Ogwumike, has pulled out of the Dtigress team where the Afro Basket 2023 that will be happening in Rwanda is just few days away, and our few days away to start. And then our first match is going to happen against DR Congo on Friday. And now our star player, Ogwumike, has pulled out of the team due to some personal reasons and also her medical examination right there in United States of America. She's also studying, but she has exams, and that is the reason she gave that she's pulling out of the team. I have Ogwumike all the way from Plateau State, Vacum, precisely joining me on the show to react to this and every other stories that we will be discussing on Sports Update. Ogwumike, welcome to the show. Quickly, Ogwumike pulling out of the team, that is the Dtigress team. Okay, I believe Michael is not ready. If we look at it, we are the defending. We are the
I'm
okay.
Ready. Yes,
Michael, Ogwumike has pulled out of the team. Now, what does this mean for the team entirely? And then Nigeria, not just the team alone, because Nigerians are also waiting for us to defend that title.
Yes, of course. She is one of the biggest stars of the team. She played actually with the WNBA. And we need to let Nigerians know that we have the Ogwumike sisters in America. Call them the first female family of basketball. 4 sisters, all playing professional basketball at the highest level. Of course, we had Nneka Ogwumike, drafted as first overall in 2012. We also have Chine Ogwumike, drafted first overall in 2014. And then we have Erika Ogwumike, who is the one who is currently studying medicine. The games is coming coincidentally the same time she's writing her medical exams. It's difficult to combine sports and school, especially when you are reading a course like medicine. And that's the reason why she's not able to make it for this team. But however, I believe the team has good depth and will be ready to defend her title in the absence of the talisman Ogwumike. I believe there are other stars that will be able to come out, of course, and replace the missing Ogwumike.
Yes, and replace the missing Ogwumike. They were 12 in number, but now the team, because of Erika's, as in not honoring, okay, she actually honored the invitation, but because of her medical examination, she will not be there. We now have 11 players. They left the shores of this country. That was on Tuesday, heading straight for Rwanda, where the whole tournament will be happening. We are the defending champions, and now we are going to be missing her services in that team. But I believe this is an opportunity for every other player that is there, mostly the player that is going to take her position to actually shine, to actually show her prowess, to actually tell Nigerians that yes, if Ogwumike is not here, I can also hold my own in the team. We have Sarah Ogoke, who is there, the captain. So let's see how the performance is going to be. But Michael, my concern is this: are we actually ready? Because a lot of issues has actually happened in NBBF, that is Nigeria Basketball Federation. A lot of distractions, a lot of court issues, power tussle, having 2 presidents in one federation, this and that. I will know that 2 good years, the female basketball league was not up and running. Just of last 2 months, they actually came back. The league was up and running because of because of the Afro Basket Championship. That was why they had to put their acts together to get that league up, and there was trials in Nigeria and United States, but at the end of the day, that trials did not see the light of the day, mostly in United States of America. Now, with all of this, putting this together, can we actually defend this title? Are we psychologically and physically ready to defend that title in Rwanda?
Unfortunately, we are not psychologically ready, neither are we mentally ready. There's a lot of distraction, lots of instability in the NBBF. I want to urge maybe the permanent secretary of the National Sports Commission, in absence of the ministers that are yet to be announced, to find a way to summon the NBPF and decide who is going to be at the helm of affairs. We can't have two decision makers. You can't have two captains in a ship. I think all is not well with our NBBF. I'm afraid it may be reflected in Rwanda as the girls go to defend their title. But then I want to urge the team to stay focused, try not to bring the crisis in the political scene into the court of play. That is my charge to Captain Sarah and her lads.
Yes, that is your charge to Captain Sarah and every other player there. Vacum will be leading that team. We just hope they will not allow this distraction to dampen their performances and every other thing they will be doing in Rwanda. But let's see how ready, how psychologically and physically ready they are to defend the title, the last one. Good one. We believe they can do it, and we believe the players, the remaining players, will cover up for the Ogwumike that is not there. But I think NBBF actually needs an urgent attention so that we can have our basketball league for the women, most especially, up and running. Let's sort all this issue because basketball is actually one beautiful and lovely sport, and not just football alone. After football, basketball comes next. Let's leave that story now and come back proper to Nigeria. Now we'll be talking football, the round leader game. Now straight to the NNL, that is the second tier league of Nigeria, Nigeria National League. Kano, the statement coming in from Kano state government that they are actually ready to host the NNL relegation playoff. 8 teams will be playing in that playoff, and now the Kano state government has released a statement to that effect that they are ready for to host the relegation playoff. We have the teams on the screen right now. We have Adamawa United, we have Smart City FC, we have Henside FC, we have Family Worship Champions FC of Abuja, we have Ikorodu FC, we have ABC FC, we have Sokoto United, and then Edel FC. These 8 teams will be splitted. We'll be playing, I think it is going to be a round robin game, and then 4 teams will be eliminated to the nation, that is NLO, that is the National League, that is the third tier league of Nigeria. But for Kano State government, they said they are ready to host this relegation playoff. Abba Michael, how do you see this?
Yes, of course. When it comes to organization, when it comes to logistics, Kano, arguably in the northern zone of Nigeria, they have the richest sports dynasty. They are the most organized states when it comes to sports tournaments. So I have no doubt that Kano Sani Abacha Stadium will have a solid preparation for this, to host these qualifiers. And I believe that ABS and probably Adamawa United may just come out on top of this.
Okay, ABC, that is ABC, not ABS now, and Adamawa United. Why are you choosing those two? We have NSAT, we have Smart City, we have Family Worship Champions. So why do you think Adamawa United and ABC will stand top? 4 teams will actually go to the NLO. Now, okay, let me take you on this. Pick your 4 teams that will stay and your 4 teams that will go to the NLO. Quickly.
Okay, yes, I said Adamawa and ABC. But for the South, I think I'll pick Ikorodu and maybe Hensad. I'll pick
Hensat.
Hensat as
Okay,
the
that
top
means
two
the
to win.
remaining family
Hensat,
worship,
yeah.
Sokoto United. Okay, Sokoto United, Del FC, and then which other team? Smart City FC will go to NLO. But if it doesn't happen that way, Michael, I think this team will come for you. Okay, let's leave that story. Still staying at home, still staying in Nigeria. Let's talk about the big one now, where the NFF president, that is Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau, has actually charged the Super Falcons to go all out for the Matildas of Australia. That is how they are called. We know the game will be coming up on Thursday, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. That is when this game will be coming up. But the NFF president has charged the Super Falcons to go all out and do all they can within their power to defeat the Australians. We know they are co-hosts with New Zealand. You know, when you are playing a host, what is at stake? People say you are playing, you play 11 players on the pitch, and then the 12th player is the fans. So how will these guys actually skate through this game come on Thursday?
Yes, I think the team needs to remain focused. Just the way they were able to pull it off despite the hitches they had against Olympic champions. The same way the crowd will definitely be behind the Matildas of Australia. But I want to urge the Super Falcons to embarrass that crowd, embarrass the fans, silence the fans. Yes, I mean, you are in their home, but if you are able to get that first goal, that will just do the magic for us. I just urge the players to come out, all out in the first half, just by 11 a.m., make sure that they secure the first goal, and that crowd that looks intimidating, that hostile crowd, will be silenced for good. But then the NFF president that is urging the players to go all out, I hope he has also made arrangements for the players to be well taken care of. It is not to tell them to go all out. On his side, has he been able to give them the best? Has he been able to provide all the allowances? Has he been able to ensure that the players are happy? Before you tell the players to give their best, he should ensure that ensure that the players are happy with, of course, their welfare.
Yes, the players are happy with their welfare, because welfare in any sector of life is key to everyone's development. Because there are some reports, I actually saw unconfirmed reports, where the Super Falcons, their bonuses are yet to be paid. But whatever it is, Gusu has charged these ladies. Like you said, Abba Michael, it's not just charging them. How far have they gone with their bonuses, their allowances, the money they are supposed to be paid? How far have they gone with that? But let's leave that for Guso and his board members to actually answer. Now let's look at the game coming up on Thursday. What are the ring changes? Let's look at the attacking option. The first game we have Ifeoma Onumonu, Francisca Odega, and then Asisat Oshola. We know we still have this other lady there, that is Desire Oparanoze, experience on the bench. We have Esther Okoronko and the rest of them. Now, Deborah Abiodun, unfortunately, she will not be part of this game because of that red card. We have our own Alimatu Anyide coming back, and Rashidat Ajibade. My concern is that front line. What should Randy Wardrum do? Because we need to score goals against the Australians.
If we recall back, Ajibade scored at the last women's AFCON in the quarterfinals. Ajibade scored against Cameroon. She was able to push Nigeria up to the semifinals, where we finally bowed out. I think she should, thank God she has finished the ban. Her coming back to the team, she needs to replace Deborah Abiodun, because that role is very, very vital. As a great playmaker, she has what it takes to be able to nip it to the ball to ensure that the absence of Deborah Abiodun is not felt. And of course, we have experienced players whom I believe Waldrom has been in the dressing room with them, been on the training pitch with them. He knows that we have at least 2-3 players that can replace Deborah Abiodun. Now, the Super Falcons, I believe, is well stacked and will be ready to take on Australia, trust me.
Okay, we'll be ready to take on Australia. And a lot of Nigerians have been calling for the head of Asisa Oshoala that she has not been showing enough. She has not lived up to the expectation. Like they say, big players do big things on big stage. And that is what we expect from Asisa Oshoala. If you are around the world from... will you bench her come tomorrow game? Because you have, okay, let's pick these three players. Sister Shoshula, Ifeoma Onumono, Francisca Odega, or Sister Toshola, Ifeoma Onumono, and Desire Paranoze. Which three of them should start if you are around the wardrobe?
Yes, of course. At the moment, we have to still respect a player's pedigree. She has to still start. We know that she's been lackluster. We've not been seeing the Australia we see in Barcelona team. But then, big players, I cannot imagine Pesero benching Osimhen because he has not produced a goal in the first game of a tournament. That such a player is a high-profile player that needs to be properly managed. I mean, the players also have ego, whether they perform well or not. They have ego, and we cannot afford to depress them when they are not giving their best. So at these three you just mentioned, maybe Oparanozie would have to just be on the bench, because I see Asisat Australia as a player that is still dependable, and Nigerians should not just give up on her going for the Australian game.
Okay, Nigeria should not give up on her, but all we are saying to her is that she should up her game, because she's one of the biggest players in that team and a lot is expected from her. Let's hope and pray for the successful outcome of that game against the Matildas come Thursday, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. Let's leave Australia, let's leave NFF, let's leave Guso and talk some, go straight to the continent where CAF Champions League draws and the CAF Confederations Cup draw were out on Tuesday, but clubs have been confirmed. Nigerian two teams that will be representing us is Enyimba and Remo Stars, and Enyimba will be playing against Al Hilal Benghazi of Libya, while Remo Stars we battle Medema of Ghana. They are Ghana champions. And for Enyimba, again, Plateau United played this team, Al Hilal Benghazi of Libya, last season. They were the team that booted out Plateau United from the CAF Champions League last season. And now Enyimba will be facing them. Because whenever we're playing the North African teams, is always an uphill task. Now they say Nigerian Jollof and Ghana Jollof will meet again in Remo Stars and Medema FC of Ghana. So, Michael, let's look at these two teams that our own darling Enyimba and Remo Stars will be playing against in the CAF Champions League.
Yes, of course. You talk about Enyimba, you're talking about two-time champions. They have the record. Champions League is qualifiers is not a strange stage for them. The management, of course, know what they need to do in order to prepare for Al Ahly. You know, it seems like there are different shades of Al Ahly. This is another Al Ahly. It's unfortunate for Plateau United last season. I just believe that Enyimba of Aba, the most successful team from the Nigerian, from the country Nigeria, to play the Champions League. I see Enyimba being able to, of course, overcome this Al Ahly team. But Remo Stars, of course, they've been on the stage for quite some time, but they are still a bit new when it comes to consistently being in the Champions League, playing the Champions League. But then I believe that Nigerian Jollof in Remo Stars is definitely sweeter than Ghanaian Jollof. So we should go expect the Nigerian Jollof to come out on top.
Yes, Nigerian Jollof to come out on top. Remo Stars back-to-back qualifying for the continent after they did it for debutant last season in the CAF Champions League, and now they achieved the same feat. They finished second behind Enyimba of Aba, who were current champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League last season, and the two of them will be doing us proud in the CAF Champions League. Everything, hostilities will be kicking off by next month, that is August, where these two teams will play home and away basis against Al Ahly Benghazi of Libya and then Mendema FC of Ghana. They are Ghana champions. Let's see how the champions can do well against the runners-up of Nigerian Professional Football League, NPFL. But for Remo Stars, I think they've learned their lessons in last season Champions League, and now they have corrected that. They said they are ready to do well in the CAF Champions League. Before we go on the program source update this evening, let's talk about this last one. It also concerns CAF, but this time around not on the pitch, but now outside the pitch, where CAF awards have been confirmed for Morocco. Morocco is going to host. Morocco has been named as the host of the CAF Award 2023. And we know when you are named as a host, a lot of logistics needs to be put in place. But for Morocco, Morocco has been chosen to host the CAF Award. Michael.
Yes, of course. For the second year running, Rabat has been the destination where African players who have been shining and making the African continent proud will be definitely rewarded. It brings back great memories. I can't forget Samuel Eto'o winning that award 4 times, Didier Drogba winning twice, Mohamed Salah winning twice, our own Kanu Nwankwo winning in 96 and 99. Yes, of course, I believe that Morocco did well last season to host, and this time around, they have been given the hosting rights once again. It's an opportunity to be crowned. Our own Azizat Oshoala has been on the receiving end on several occasions. So, yes, we are happy. We're happy for Morocco, and I think there will be no issues hosting the CAF awards.
Yes, there will be no issue hosting the CAF award. I think Morocco has been the hosting home for CAF events and every other thing. We have our own Asisa Shola winning the most decorated woman footballer in Africa. 5 times she has won that award. We have the likes of Kanu, Nwankwo, and winning a lot of that, a lot of the CAF footballer of the year. And this time around, we are looking forward to Osimhen winning the CAF award, and every other criteria that has been put in place actually favor Victor Osimhen. That is where we'll leave it on the show Sports Update this evening. Ogwumike, thanks for your insightful analysis on Sports Updates. It's a pleasure joining us this evening.
Thank you for a member representing the sporting journalists of Nigeria, Senator Fash.
All right, thank you. That is where we'll leave it on the show. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Thanks for watching.